Okay guys, so I'm going to be building my garden area. So what I decided to do, this is the area, the spot that I'm going to use. I'm gonna debush right here and then set up my block. Hi guys, welcome to another video, another of my gardening series. Today I'm going to be I honestly cannot get a break. Everybody and their mother decide to make noise whenever I decide to record a video. Take two. Alright, hello guys. Alright, so I'm going to be doing my square foot, well, not the square foot, my raised bed garden today. I decided to change the design. I'm no longer going to be doing the square foot garden because I'm not on the card and I don't have any boards to do the partitioning. Also, I want a wider surface area so I can do my planting, because I plant a whole lot of seedlings and a lot of them seems to be striving, so I'm gonna need that space. Anyways, I know even though the square foot garden is helpful in terms of when you're going to be doing rotations, you can easily identify the plot that you have been planting in before, but I just have to go use something to mark it so I don't plant, like, say, for persons who don't know what rotation I'm referring to in terms of planting. So in cultivation, you try to avoid planting a crop in the same plot area that you have planted it in before. So say you plant corn today at plot A. Next week, after you reap the corn, you're not gonna plant back the corn in plot A. You're gonna plant it in plot Z. Alright guys, the lighting is a little poor because I waited until like in the afternoon because the sun is not normal. The sun is too hot to be outside. Anyways, as I was saying, crop rotation is planting different crops in succession on different pieces of your land. This helps in preventing and avoid exhaustion of the land, right? Like depleting the nutrients, changing the stability of the plant, of the soil, and helps with pest management, weed control as well. This is one of the most organic method of pest control. So yeah, I'm going to change my design, but I'm going to use some markers, I don't know, probably some stones, probably can find a little stone as markers so I can part the section of my raised bed garden so I can easily identify the plot spaces that I've planted whatever crop I planted there before. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys the steps of me making this garden. So I'll see you guys in the next clip when I'm gonna get dirty. So if you're afraid of dirt, sweat, then I suggest that you don't continue watching the video. Anyways, the birds were too loud, so I had to mute. Okay, so this is the area I decided to use because based on my observation, like at least 2 to 3 weeks I observed the area. The garden bed will get maximum sunlight during the day in this area. Even though the fence is there, what I noticed that shading will occur like in the afternoon around 4 5 o'clock in the afternoon, around that time. So I don't have to worry too much about my plants not getting enough sunlight. The only thing I have to be worried about is the stray cats. I love cats, but these are strays and I don't want them messing with my food. I'm going to try to find something to bar them off. Okay, so I have completed my outer barda bed, whatever it is. So let me just, so I'm gonna just fill this up at the moment. Oh my gosh, rain is about to start. So this is it. It kind of look lopsided and not straight, but I just have to work with it. So that's my bed. Okay guys, I've completed. I am so proud of myself. Well, even though this is something easy for anybody to do, the hardest part would be actually cultivating the plants. I am so tired, oh my gosh. Alright, so what I'm about to do, I'm going to find some stones so I can. Alright, so these little creases here, I'm going to find some stones. I'm going to fill them up. But when I get more dirt, I'm going to fill this with dirt so I can plant in these sections.